You are probably doing TikTok all wrong because oftentimes people are new to the TikTok platform and they are doing different things that they think they should do in order to have success on TikTok, but oftentimes they're doing it all wrong. And so in today's show, we are going to talk about the 10 things that you should stop doing on TikTok if it is your desire to grow an account and to be able to grow an online business. Welcome back to another episode of the Keenya Kelly podcast, where we talk about all things business, social media, marketing, having a balanced life, and all the things. And today we are having a conversation all about TikTok and the 10 things that you should stop doing if you want to have success on TikTok. Okay. So, one of the first things I want to say is that it is perfectly okay if you're doing it all wrong. Okay. It is perfectly okay if you've been doing it all wrong, because most people, when they come to TikTok, they think it's just a fun, dancing, goofy platform, the way that we kind of saw it back in 2020. But the platform has evolved so much, but most business people are just now starting to come back to it with the same mindset that they had 4 years ago. So it is okay if you are finding yourself doing it all wrong. And so today we're going to talk about what those things are, so that way you can stop doing them. Okay. So again, I have 10 things. Now, they're not in any particular order. So as I go over them, it's just really important that you don't put high emphasis on one and then low emphasis on the others. So one of the first things that you want to make sure that you are not doing is just focusing on short content. Okay. I know that when you probably first came onto TikTok, that you knew most videos were like 15 seconds or less. Well, at this moment, when I'm filming this, I can actually film up to 10 minutes on TikTok, and I can upload up to 60 minutes on TikTok. Okay. So you can't just focus on short content, because TikTok as a platform is not about that life anymore. They're really rewarding people that are producing longer content, and the behavior of people on TikTok is we are becoming more used to consuming longer pieces of content the way that we are used to consuming longer content on places like YouTube. So if you're going to have success on TikTok, you can't focus all on shorts, because TikTok is not going to push out your content as much. And then people aren't just watching short content as much. We are watching short content, don't get me wrong, but we are watching more longer content more than ever. The second thing that you have to stop doing is you have to stop focusing 100% on trends. I love trends, okay? I haven't done trends in a while, all because I've just been focused on my business, and I've just been really, really, really busy with what my life and all the things. And so I haven't done a lot of trends lately, but I am going to get back to doing trends. But if you're someone and you're trying to sell a product or service, you've got to still show up. That brand has got to still show up and sell that product or service. Like, I am a consultant, and people aren't going to buy from me because my trend was great. They're going to buy from me because they can see that I, as the consultant, can help them with their business. And so if you're trying to sell people on earrings, right? Let's just say that these earrings, you want to sell them on, you've got to sell the earrings. You can't just utilize trends trying to sell earrings. You've got to sell what your products are. Okay. So it is perfectly okay that you can utilize trends, but especially as a coach, you could use trends 20% of the time, but you've got to show up 80% of the time. If you're a product-based business, I would say maybe 30, maybe 40% of the time, but you still got to sell strategically in your content. The third thing you want to stop doing is, if you're not trying to use TikTok Shop, if you are not trying to use TikTok Shop, you have to switch from a business account. If you are not trying to use TikTok Shop, you have to switch to a personal/creator account, because your content is just not going to do well. Okay. It's just not going to do as well on a business account on TikTok at this moment. I have had a personal/creator account since I've had an account. I have never had a business account on TikTok ever. And I have great success on the platform. And if it is your desire to have great success on the TikTok platform and you're not selling in TikTok Shop, then you must switch from a business account, because you can't use the trending audios. You can't use a copyrighted music, and content just doesn't get pushed out as much organically on business accounts as they do personal/creator accounts. And so I keep saying personal/creator because some people will go into the back end and you'll see where it says personal account. And then some people will go into the back end and they'll say creator account. Both are the same thing. It's just dependent upon your phone and your system is where it's going to say personal or creator. The fourth thing you have got to stop doing on TikTok is the slideshow images. Now, I am not referring to carousels. So TikTok has where you can upload images as carousels and you can tell stories on your images as carousels. I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the people that have products and services and they take photos of things and they upload them to TikTok and add music to them and just expect that people are going to enjoy that video slideshow. Those do not work very well on TikTok. So you have to stop utilizing those because you're not going to have as much success. Like we have students that come into my program, like my coaching program, and oftentimes they want to do this thing and I have to sort of kind of crush their dream and say, hey, those don't really work well. That's why it's not performing really well. And it kind of crushes their dreams because they're kind of used to doing it on places like Facebook, but it doesn't really work well. So you have to make sure that you stop doing those. And then number five is don't focus solely on hashtags. Okay. Don't focus solely on hashtags because in today's world, people are not searching a hashtag, right? People are not just doing hashtag this, such and such. So you can't focus solely on hashtags. You have to focus more on SEO keywords, right? So what is the phrase that people are searching? For example, I just moved to Houston and I've been searching for the best food in Houston. And so I was searching for the best Indian food in Houston. And so I didn't use hashtag best Indian food Houston. I searched best Indian food in Houston and then all the best Indian food in Houston popped up for me. Okay, so if you are trying to get the most eyeballs on your content for your target audience, maybe in your particular city, then you've got to use phrases. What are the phrases that people are searching in your city or in your audience, or that your particular target audience is searching that, so that way they can find your content, your product, your service. And then number 6, stop saying click the link in bio. Oh my God, this is true on all social media platforms, okay? Because when we keep saying link in bio, our content gets suppressed, okay? When you say link in bio, you will notice that your content is getting suppressed. So you have to find creative ways to actually get people to your bio. Sometimes I will tell people to comment a word. Sometimes I'll tell them to send me a DM. Sometimes I'll tell them to swipe left because when they swipe left, it'll take them to my profile. Other times I will say visit my page, visit my profile, but I will never, ever, ever, ever say link in bio. And so if it's your goal to grow on TikTok, you cannot say link in bio because it's just not going to work. Number 7 is don't forget to use closed captions. Okay, don't forget to use closed captions. TikTok introduced a new feature on the platform to where when you open up the platform, it can be muted. Right? So when I open up my TikTok right now, I can see videos, but I can't hear anything. Until I click on the unmute button in the lower right-hand corner, my videos are muted. And so oftentimes I don't unmute unless I see something or I read something in someone's closed caption and it's telling me what it is I want to experience. So then I hit unmute because I want to actually hear the video. So for you, it's important to know that most people, 80% of people are watching content on social media on mute. 80%, because people don't want to hear 1 second of 100 videos. They want to see different things and then they want to hear what they want to hear and then they're able to hit unmute. Okay, so you want to use captions in your video so that way when people come upon you and your video is muted, they can see what you're saying in the video by your closed caption. Number 8 is don't post sporadically. Don't post sporadically. You want to make sure that you are consistently posting content on the TikTok platform. That doesn't mean you're posting 4 times a day, 5 times a day. Your consistency may be 1 time a day or once a week, but you want to be consistent because the accounts that don't grow on TikTok are the ones that are here today, gone tomorrow. They come back in 3 months, come back in another 6 weeks. People don't want that. People want consistency. That's like we go to a good restaurant, and when we want to go to it, we want it to be open when they say that they are open. But it's when we go and they're not open, and then we're like, forget this. They're never open when they say they are. You're not going to come back because you never know based upon here's what their hours are, and then you get there and it's not open. You don't want to have that experience again. So people don't want to have that experience either on TikTok. Number 9 is don't be overly promotional. Okay. Don't be overly promotional. That means that in every single video, don't be trying to sell people something, right? Now there's a way to sell something without selling something, right? So let's just say I was selling this necklace, right? There's a way for me to tell them to buy my necklace, but also I could be doing a video showing myself getting ready to go out or whatever. And I'm doing my hair, I'm doing my makeup, I'm putting it on my shirt. And then I'm like, and here is the necklace I'm getting ready to wear. And I'm going to wear these earrings. I paired them together because they go really well. It's my favorite necklace. You can also get it on the inside of my store. So I've walked you through my journey of getting dressed. And the only time I made high emphasis on something was when I talked about the necklace. So I went through a journey. I still sold you, but it didn't feel as spammy or as promotional. Okay. And so because the way people are right now is they want to feel like they made the decision to buy. So don't be overly promotional. And then the last one is that please stop spamming the comments of other people's content. Okay. If you are on somebody's video and you know you can add value to the people in the comment section, yes, you can add value. But if you're constantly just copy and pasting the same thing in people's comment section, they're just going to block you. That's just what's going to happen. And people don't trust you or like you or know you or any of that because you're doing these weird things. And that's not what you want to be doing. You don't want to put a sour taste in people's mouth, being spammy on somebody's comment section, the creator or the people that are consuming, and you're commenting on everybody's comments in the comment section. Nobody likes that, and nobody's going to like you if you keep doing that. So if it's your desire to learn how to be successful on the TikTok platform, then I want to help you to be successful. I'm actually doing a 3-day Instagram Reels and TikTok challenge this month. It's going to be absolutely free and you can join us. So if that interests you, you can go to the link in the show notes. It's also here in the description on YouTube, which is KeenyaKelly.com/challenge, KeenyaKelly.com/challenge, and you can join us absolutely free. I'm going to coach you every single day for an hour each night for free. All right. So hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you do, hit like and subscribe here on the channel. And those of you all listening on the podcast, please write a review. I'm waiting on those reviews. I don't be seeing them, but hopefully you write a review. Okay. So thank you so much for listening and watching.